he starts meditating, and bing, up on the far horizon over the ocean, these two white orbs, slightly golden at times, they start coming towards us. And sure enough, we got images from the hill looking down of a blue orb, a beautiful, at times octagonal looking blue orb.
All right, betters, I think we can comfortably say now that Ross Coulthart, investigative journalist for News Nation, is now officially a first-hand witness to, I guess a UFO sighting. I don't know what we're going to call it, a UFO event. He details basically going to witness other people, right, perform some sort of orb summoning, right, activity, and then he's there to witness it, right? I guess it would be like going to hang out with Chris Bledsoe, and you see him do some stuff, and you're right there. You know, does that make you an experiencer or just a witness? I don't know. What are some of the details? Let me know in the comments what you think there. But either way, let's get to Ross Coulthart in a Q&A that he released on News Nation. Talk a little bit more about this. Here's the first clip.
We're talking here about a retreat that took place at Esalen, which is a beautiful location, 3.5, 4 hours south of San Francisco on the west coast of the USA. And it was a gathering of very high net worth individuals and brilliant scientists and some inordinately talented people. And yes, Jake and I attended that retreat. And to some degree, I am bound by confidence. But what I can tell you is I witnessed a psionic who I know, a person with alleged psionic abilities, psychic abilities. Witnessed them in a group of people, probably 30 or 40 people, go into a deep meditative state. And I just want to say, this person had said to me at 4 p.m. that afternoon, Ross, we're going to see a blue orb tonight. And I kind of giggled nervously. And anyway, what happened was he starts meditating, and bing, up on the far horizon over the ocean, these two white orbs, slightly golden at times, they start coming towards us. And I won't embarrass this gentleman, but there's a certain person of extraordinary high wealth and extraordinarily big heart who's yelling at these objects going, we love you, come closer, come closer. And the whole audience, you know, we've all been meditating and being invited to sort of try and psychically connect. And I am a miserable failure of a meditator. If anybody wants to teach me how to meditate, I'd be very, very grateful. But something happened, and I suspect it was our psionic operator who made the connection, because he later indicated to me that in his mind, he was inside that object and he was bringing it towards us. And the audience's loving engagement, and I know this sounds hippie-ish, I'm just telling it like I heard it and saw it. But essentially, the loving engagement with that phenomenon encouraged it to come closer. And they did. They came closer and closer and closer.
All right, so what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Have you had a similar experience yourself? You know, I got to say, you know, again, just playing devil's advocate here. I think somebody watching and, you know, seeing this go, why do they always, when they do these, you know, meditation things, it's always over the ocean that these lights come from? Why? I want a light to show up right in front of me. You know what I mean? Where I can see there is some trick going on over there, or somebody doing something over there, or, you know what I mean? Someone's on a boat out there at the ocean, you know, taking a drone up or something. I'm just saying, I would like to see these orbs come right in front of me. Literally, I could put out my hand and, you know, grab this thing or try to touch it. That's what I'm tired of seeing them so far away. I'm just saying, I'm tired of seeing it like I've done it. I don't know. And maybe Ross has, you know, more stories or something, but, you know, all right. You know, either way, it's cool, I guess. I don't know. Would I like to try it? No, not personally. Would I sit back and watch someone else do it? Sure. And I'll be right next to him. No problem. And, you know, it's a great story by Ross for sure. and there's more to it. So take a look.
And I'm not going to give away too much because it's for Alex Clokus and the Skywatcher team to reveal how much they want to reveal, because it's a beautiful story. But basically, I'll tell you this. We were in one part of Esalen, and there were a whole lot of people in the hot springs at Esalen on the other side of the hill. And I'm far too shy as an old guy to go and sit in hot springs with beautiful young women. But there were essentially a bunch of beautiful young people sitting stark naked in these hot springs on the other side of Esalen. And all of a sudden, they see these blue shapes coalescing in front of them. And sure enough, we got images from the hill looking down of a blue orb. A beautiful, at times octagonal-looking blue orb, which kind of hovered near the naked boys and girls in the hot springs, and then it went and landed on the beach. And it was hilarious because I'd said to the lovely young psionic, I'd said to him, "Well, mate, that was pretty amazing, but I didn't see any blue orb." And he was a bit puzzled. And then literally at the moment that we're talking about the fact that we hadn't seen the blue orb, it turned out it had manifested itself to these beautiful young people on the other side of the hill who were all stark naked and probably, I think, in their naked innocence, more attractive to the phenomenon. I have to admit, I'd be going and having a look at them rather than me and anybody else with clothes on. And it was quite beautiful because these people were all very touched by that experience. And yes, there was a blue orb, exactly as was predicted, that showed itself to all of these people. It was quite beautiful. And yes, it did manifest more overtly because of a loving, welcoming presence, which I find fascinating.
What? Okay. Okay, so they try to manifest this blue orb. It somehow ends up on the other side of the mountain in some nudist hot springs camp going on. I don't know. I mean, okay. Gosh. It's like, okay, everyone's just naked in this hot spring, sees this blue orb, like, oh my God, Betty, look at this. There's a blue orb. Did you call for that blue? I didn't call for the blue orb. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, Ross and everyone else on the other side, thought it was going to work tonight, guys. No blue orb, right? I guess that's possible, right? The orb it got mistaken, or it just was coming down and was like, you know what? Hot, beautiful people, or Ross and his team. You know what I mean? Is that really it? And I don't think these blue orbs would care if we have clothes on or not. Like, you know what I mean? Anyway. Yeah, it'd be interesting to talk to those people in the hot springs of when they say manifested in front of them, this blue orb, like how close are we talking? Again, reaching out and grabbing, I can walk 360 around this thing. I don't know, but that is definitely a funny story, and I'm just poking fun here. But yeah, that idea is, I guess, just getting more people to witness this stuff. If this is something that can be done on the regular, and getting people to visit it, and to witness it, pardon me, getting people to witness it for these sort of visitations that are coming from these orbs. I'm definitely all for it. I definitely support that idea. We talk about physical evidence and needed stuff and show me the money. So here we go. Yeah. It might be interesting to go to a Skywatcher event, to be honest with you, to see what they put on. Apparently they got more information coming out. That's who Ross is talking about, going to these Skywatcher events with Jake Barber and all of his team, apparently, right? Jake Barber's a new whistleblower that just came out on News Nation like a week ago or so. Definitely definitely open-minded, just seeing what happens. That's all I can do. You know what I mean? So anyway, tell me what you think in the comments, y'all. We'll see you in the next video. Remember, every day's a gift, y'all. Peace.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the the cradle's profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep.